Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grumman Pilot's YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about a Yankee nose art project. Now, we all know what nose art is. We've seen the books. We even have people who belong to the GPA who collect it. But when you get right down to it, the nose art we're going to be choosing isn't the normal category. Now, I think it qualifies as nose art because we're starting with a nose bowl, and in that particular piece of nose art right there, impulse buy, it says it all. We don't buy an airplane because it's practical, not for most of us, but we buy it because it's just sheer fun, right? So let's explore this project and have some fun doing it. So we would like to ask you please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notify to stay current with our content. Now, we did a video a couple of weeks ago on machine age lamps, and it was all because they were looking for a Yankee Nosebowl for a customer to do a project for them, and that kind of got us started doing that. And the project basically revolves around taking a Nosebowl and adding some bits to it, taking a spinner, again, these do not have to be airworthy, adding the rotating assembly, and putting some lights on it, and then they sell this product, and it makes a great thing to hang on the side of your garage mahal or in your man cave or even in a hanger. And you know, they just want to make sure it's all authentic parts. And so that got us started down the road of path that we're going to be trying to find a nose bowl. Now, they wanted one, if they could, in Enterprise orange because that's the color the Yankee was. So we started right here. We started with the Yankee Nosebowl. And by the way, that T is probably for the Tennessee Volunteers down in you know where. But anyway, we also have this purple one and the spinner and some other bits. Now, you may have noticed in their red and their yellow product that was rotating that if you looked in the inlets, you could see rocker covers for the various engines. One said Franklin. I couldn't read the other one. But anyway, in our nose bowl, we're just going to have the bracket air filter screen guard down in the bottom, the landing lights in the nose bowl, a rocker cover on either side, and then a spinner that is going to be part of the assembly along with a spinner backplate. So we have a purple one, and here we are looking at it. You can see not a lot of body work has to be done to that one. And then here's the orange one. It's going to need a little attention. They're going to have to buy the Enterprise orange paint anyway and repaint it. But this is what the orange one is starting at. And again, it does have the Tennessee Volunteer logo for Tennessee, University of Tennessee right there. And then we're going to be using chromed spinners or maybe even a painted spinner if the other guy wants his painted. And then we're going to be building a gate that looks a lot like the bracket air filter foam holder, and we're going to be putting that down in the air box. So you'll see something when you look through. And then in addition to that, we're taking these spinner back plates, and you might remember those if you put an 0235 and a spinner and no forward spinner bulkhead. Well, this is what they look like on the back side. Here they are on the front side. Those are dynamic balance counterweights that we'll be removing. But anyway, we need the spinner back plates to hold the spinner because that's what's going to rotate. Then we're also going to be putting a landing light in there to fill the hole to make it look more authentic. And with the landing light, you need the landing light ring and the landing light spacer as well as a GE 4509 bulb. And we actually have a couple spares that were on the shelf that nobody's going to be putting a 4509 in these days. They're all going to be going with LEDs. And then we actually took them and put them on the floor. And the nice thing about having a tile floor with 1 square foot tiles is that you can lay this on the floor and then very quickly you can say, oh, okay, so the crate's going to have to be 2 feet 3 inches by 3 feet and about 2 feet thick. So now we know how big a box is to box up the nose bowl and pad it and all and get it ready for shipping. So that takes care of the nose bowl. And again, we want to make sure nothing happens to this one because it's already in pretty good shape. They're just going to scuff it up and then paint that one Revolution Red. I have requested that my assembly that they're going to be building be done in Revolution Red with a polished spinner. And then here's the back plate, the landing light ring, the landing light, and the rocker covers sitting on the floor. To kind of give an idea for them. Now we're going to box all those up and put them together so that, again, when we ship these off to machine age lamps, they'll have everything they need to make 2 of these. One in the Enterprise orange for the customer they already have, as well as making an assembly up for me that we're going to be hanging in the hangar T11 at Hogan Field. So for those of you who attend the summer gathering, Hope you'll be able to see it because I think it's going to look pretty good hanging up on the wall and rotating. So stay tuned as we talk more about the bits that we're putting in the box. Now we're using the Lycoming covers that were from the year 1969-1970. We also had available some of the Avco Lycoming ones that came later, but we're not going to be using those, keeping it all original. And these, by the way, are original Yankee Nosebowls. So they have the curved inlets. They're not the AA1C. They do have the landing light and normally a duct down there that goes to the bracket air filter that holds the insert. And then on the back side you have a landing light mounting plate for putting in the landing light and be able to adjust its position so you can aim the landing light pretty much where you want. So these will have to go down and be cleaned up. This one will have to have some body work done to it, but it will be all body worked on the front side. Then they will shoot it in Enterprise Orange, which was one of the original Yankee colors, along with Revolution Red, Pilgrim White, and Patriot Blue. And we'll be sending down a spinner. Now we're going to be sending down one for our project that's going to be polished up really nice. And for the other one, we're going to be sending down a blue spinner that you'll see here coming up later. That one is going to get stripped, primed, and then painted in Enterprise Orange to make it all consistent for the guy. So that's what it's going to look like if you could imagine a Yankee Nosebowl with all that spinning. And as we saw from the Machine Age Lamps website, they make aviation stuff. Avionics can be turned into lamps, desk lights, and many years ago we took a control head for an autopilot simulator, and here we are. We restored the wood, restored the metal, the instruments we left all original, don't have anything to hook it up. Bought some little nylon feet for it at Home Depot, and needs to be dusted right here, but then we put a treatment on all the wood to preserve it, and we use the original wood. So you can make aviation art out of a lot of different things. So there's just a little couple things for you. I mean, how many of us do we know who have propellers hanging on our wall somewhere? And this is all part of our Yankee project, inspired from the work did in 1969. And then I promised you the blue spinner. Well, here it is, trying to measure it. Our cat found it was a really comfortable place to take a nap in. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our Yankee Nosebowl art project. We hope you found it all useful and informative. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day flying your Grumman. Well, here's Freckles, our 19-year-old cat supervisor. Hopscotch and Sweet Pea shredding a box of soap. Tarzan hunting on the back porch, trying to catch a bird on the other side of the screen. Here he goes, making his leap to get up there. Quite the angelic one. They are quite the activity. And little one here, we're not going to start call her Squeaker, because that's what she does. She squeaks instead of meows. And of course, they're the in and out kitties, because either they want in or they want out.